Nowadays, there are a lot of people talking about self-care, self-love. Of course, there's also a lot of people talking about narcissistic. So, how can we know that we're living with a narcissistic personality disorder? So, the biggest sign of persons that have narcissistic personality disorder is like they are struggle. They have no empathy, none at all. They expect you to care about them and everything they go through, but they don't care about you. They might pretend to care, but they don't. They just accusing you doing things that they're doing. So when they're accusing you doing something, it's actually, listen carefully, they are actually telling you what they're actually doing to you. They never take any responsibility for anything. Nothing is ever their fault. They always blame someone else. You have to do something by their way. Everything has to be done their way, no exception. It's always about them. They always wanted to be center of the attention, whatever it takes. They will just want it to be shined and be center of the attention. They love drama. They loved chaos, and they will create so much drama. On your birthday, they'll make everything worse possible for your birthday, and then pretend to have celebrations with you after. On the day that's very important for you, your graduation day, your father passing day, any times that very important for you, they're going to ruin it for you. They are going to say that, I care for you, coming home for you, but then at the same time, they just disappear, going to see another person or their affair. If you're in a relationship, or if they're your brother, they'll just ruin your birthday cake, anything that can ruin you. They love it. They love drama. They have no respect for others. They probably show you that they respect to others, but actually they don't at all. When they scream at the person, that's so scary. Or how do they talk? Actually, it depends on who are you to them. What is their agenda? If you are new to them, they will wanted to impress you, so you will flatter, compliment you, and you feel like, oh my god, this person's know me so well. But actually it's not, because he get used to same pattern with other girl, and he or she just knew it, that you're gonna buy it. They're toned down, their arrogance. You will think they mean it. They are nice, normal, and charming. Oh, the things that you can do is check their phone. You can know that they say exactly the same thing to so many person that person also think they are special to him or to her. When you become their friends, you become unreliable. They started controlling you by gaslighting you, telling you lies, leave you feeling confused and empty. You will confuse, like, how could this person just so sweet to you? And next thing he did is harming you in the way that you hate it the most. If you're a potential partner, they will love bombing you, including convince you that they are Mr. or Mrs. Perfect. They will be chat about soulmates, twin flames, never have that feel before. They are Hades staffed, like very convincing. After all, they have said it many times before. If you become a partner, the tone totally change. You go into the value where they start to control you and undermine you. There is sarcasm, criticism is all on your expense. They're lying, cheating, gaslighting, isolations you from you and your friends. They will say that these friends, I don't like it. That friends, I don't like it. They make you don't have any friends. And they don't want to introduce you to their friends, because their friends is not their friends. Their friends is the affair of them, a special one, friends for benefit, all of those kind of things. They are controlling you, including what you eat, what you wear, how you speak, how you may act. They just wanted you to be like a robot that they can control. If they go off of you, whether a friend or partner or supply, they will starting to bad-mouthing you, blaming all will be your fault. They will not tell people the full story. They only tell people the story that your reactions toward their actions and put out some more stories that not true. Let's say you lost some money because of they are teaching you to be manipulated by other, because you're thinking that it's the same or it's a familiar thing, so you're easy to manipulate by other. But in the same times, you are get manipulated by other. They're blaming you. You are the persons that easy to manipulate. Why they are the one who teaching you it's okay to be manipulated. Whatever you are in this pattern, best thing you can do is knowing that you are living with a narcissistic. They are capable in hurting you in some way, at some degree. They have been skilled since childhood. They are expert at manipulation and control and phony talk. Minimize the damage by getting to know their trick and their system. Is there any narcissistic in your life? Anything sounds familiar? So what is the thing that narcissists don't want you to know? They are really hurtful. Things that they said or did that you call them up for. They feel hurtful for it. That's one topic that always keep coming. They keep telling you that you didn't know it will hurt you so much. Then they repeat it. They know it's hurting you. They don't care. They constantly fighting, argue. They don't have any interest in fixing it. In fact, they're thinking that because of you, you are the problem. They love something new. They're always changing partner, changing clothes, changing shoes, changing hobby. They love something new. They always have a way to survive, to find a new supply and new supply and new supply. They will block you, they ghost you, but it's never innocent. Remember, they are always transactional people. They never do the same thing unless they can get something from you. They are just really very calculated. Well, their inability to forget or forgive. Narcissistic people hold grudge like no other. They will go out of their way to get even. However, punishing someone is not enough for narcissistic. They don't only want it to punish you, they really enjoy causing confusion and discomfort as well. Because this narcissist is constantly looking for the smallest reasons to react negatively towards you. One example, like I know he is a narcissistic. I've been really good, manage all he wanted. His mood is managed really well. He actually have a hidden agenda to make me angry. So when he make me angry, so he can do things that he wanted to do, like show me out or whatever it is. And then when I answer yes to the things that they ask me, actually they wanted to hear no. That's how they suddenly do blooming, and then suddenly just everything just go crazy. Narcissistic take offense very easily. Hold on the grudge forever. The thing that when he hurt you, he expected you to forgive and forget. And he will do it again and again. But when you do something to stand your ground, they will hold on for it forever. If they get insulted publicly by someone, they will pretend it doesn't bother, but actually their anger contained in a moment in time. They already target that person as their enemy. No matter how good you are to them, like they treat you, say like your best friends. He said to people that he is your best friends. As soon as you're starting to answer or challenge his thought, man, you are no longer anybody for him. Or they are petty. They are really petty and insecure. They appear calm, reasonable, but they are so insecure. They're liar. They are very secretive for reasons. They can't even remember all the lies that they tell. So they hide things away because they're afraid of getting caught. But actually, when you listen carefully for whatever they said, you note it, you make a note, actually they already tell you that they lie many times. They're a cheater. They're always looking for a next source of attentions, admirations, or victims, or constantly cheating. They're using the device technology to help them to cheat, find a new place and new target. If you really want to know if they are narcissistic or not, check their phone. You check their phone, then you realize that you have been talking to narcissists for the whole time. Yeah, maybe this is already kind of like you step into his or her boundaries, but just pay attention on the way that he took their phones. They wear false mask. They hate themselves actually. They pretend to be normal, healthy, but actually inside them they hate their own size. The whole life of them is built on lies, including in job. How good they talk about their family to you, they're probably all lies. Then they were actually doing what they said they are going to do. They said that, okay, we are going to go here. Never take it serious, because like, it's never serious. They're never really committing to anything real or honest. They don't want different people they're targeting discover each other because it would expose that they're cheating. They have no moral compass. They are hide for any relationship. They actually lies to you from the first day you met them. They will always lie so much like you're going crazy. They actually graduate from University of Lies as a PhD. Like so good in liar, like acting. No one else can do their acting. The narcissistic is acting really well. They're very arrogant. Well, you basically cannot joking with them whenever they don't want your joke. They will punish you and angry to you in your face directly. But if they're joking to you, they will laugh hard on you. They make a laugh joke on your expenses. They said something bad about you in front of public, they mean it though, even though they say it in a joke way. They have no friends, by the way. They always burn through friends very quickly. Very quickly. What hurt a narcissistic forever? They feel hurt when you leave and happy without them. They don't like it when you walk away and find peace without them. They will always hoovering you. They know what you like. They know what is your pattern. They will make you come back to you. They feel hurt when they are not center of attention. They're jealous of anybody who will be center of attention. That's why they're going to ruin your birthday. Because when your birthday, you're the center of the attention. They feel hurt when you praise other persons, not them. They feel hurt when you're criticizing them. They feel hurt when you set boundaries. They feel hurt when you stop caring about them. What is a covert narcissistic. So narcissistic is like a lot of different narcissistic. Again, like what is covert narcissistic? They're a wolf in a sheep's clothing. I remember there's a person said to me like, you got the best human in the world. I was about to say like you because you don't know him at all, because he is very much a good or a master of lying and tricking people. Well, what is a narcissistic psychopath? They are called narcopath. It's a very dangerous and mentally unstable person. They show the trait of both narcissism and antisocial behavior, which is a harmful mix of personality issue. They are charming but lies constantly. They live in their own fake reality. They crave power and control. They have no sense of right or wrong. They struggle to feel emotion. They easily cut people out of their life. They become aggressive if they feel threatened. They thrive on negativity and chaos. They feel no guilt for hurting others. They enjoy causing pain for others. To face all of this narcissistic, remember, silence is the loudest things that you can say to narcissistic. Silence is the strongest message that you can send to narcissistic and strongest boundary that you can make. It doesn't matter what they said to you, doesn't matter how long you have been together, doesn't matter what type of narcissistic they are, it doesn't matter if they promise to change or say they will go to therapy or rehab. I've read a book said that if narcissists go to therapy, actually they are more manipulative than before they're going to therapy, because they know how the therapist going to say it to them. They're going to manipulate the therapist, make it into your mistake. I've read a book that not suggest you are going to therapist with a narcissistic. Just go by yourself. They never care about you. They never did. They cannot. They don't even want it to. So we need to care for ourselves and walk away. No contact, no guilt, no looking back. There's one more narcissistic. It's called white knight narcissistic. What is that? It's a term of someone with a narcissistic personality disorder who like to be seen as a good person. They get their narcissistic supply by doing helpful things for other people. This is in direct contrast to malignant narcissistic, who I am calling the Black Knight, who get their narcissistic supply from sadistically setting out demos list other people's self-esteem and pleasure life. They want you to think they are good people. They will do a favor for others to make them look good. If they are wealthy, they are likely to give away a large sum of money to cause that they support, as long as they get public recognitions for doing it. Good neighbor, narcissistic. If you being their spouse, people think that, oh my God, you hit the jackpot with someone who is really genuinely kind and caring. They might have met a charity, even as volunteer of homeless shelter, but over time then you see less and less the good side of this person. They begin to notice that very little intimacy that in their relationship, even though they're wedded, they are not going to make you happy in bed. They're going to say, that's your problem. I cannot make sex with you. I just can make sex with other person. Was actually because of they'll feel that you are too high value and they are just a piece of shit, that they don't deserve you. That's why they only deserve a prostitute. You know why people being prostitute? People being prostitute because their life is miserable. That's what narcissists attract to, because their life is miserable too. That's why they only can be with prostitute. If they want to sleep with you, be happy, because like you're level up, they are so level down. Well, talking so much about narcissistic is like really thanking for all the internet that like have a lot of ideas what is narcissistic look like, and then we just hope that our next generations is less and less narcissistic. So please take care of yourself if you are being with a narcissistic.